It's finally time to take on one of the most enjoyable football playing clubs in the world of football right now. It is time for Benfica and a rebuild with no transfers. Guys, Benfica have done an incredible job and actually have a chance of getting into the Champions League semi-finals if they get past Inter, and they could get past their next opponents, which could be Napoli, to get to the final. I think Benfica are doing an incredible job, and I've been watching them so much in this past year in the league and in the Champions League. So I wanted to share what this beautiful club is about right now in this video with you. And we're gonna have an incredible team by the end of this, because this team has a bunch of talents. As we dive into the squad hub here and see the team, I will tell you guys my personal favorite players when watching Benfica. I have specific players that I find absolutely incredible. First of all, João Mario. This guy, yes, he's 29, probably 30 by now in real life. He is doing incredible things for Benfica. He is scoring goals, getting assists. He is just part of anything that goes into the attack, and it's beautiful to see. You can find him in any position in the attack. And then going into the midfield, Osnes has joined from Feyenoord. At first, I wasn't impressed, but I've got to admit, he actually is doing a great job in that team. Then, Florentino. This kid is a huge talent, especially defensively when it comes to winning duels, when it comes to putting tackles in, when it comes to interceptions and spreading the ball from left to right, which he now has to do a lot more since Enzo has left Benfica. He's doing a great job. Now up top, Gonzalo Ramos, David Nunez, his successor. He is obviously an amazing talent that all of us have seen in the World Cup, scoring a hat-trick when Ronaldo was sat on the bench. And now he is scoring goals for fun for Benfica. I assume he's going to be the next guy they're going to sell for tons and tons of money. I guess at least 60 million. So looking at that, that's great. David Neres. This guy at one point in FIFA was an absolutely incredible talent. He's now 80 rated and only 25 years old. So we can get the best out of him as well. He is playing in like a center attacking midfield role at times, not necessarily too much in the winger position. Him and Rafa have been exchanging positions from what I could tell, and he's doing a great job in there. He's getting involved. Right back, Ba is a great talent. This guy's only 24 years old. Has had a little bit of a rough start from what I could tell. He's doing a lot better right now for Benfica. Antonio Silva. This guy is incredible. Now, the last few games, he hasn't had the best performances, but I have to tell you guys, this guy is such a big talent, and I would not be surprised if he gets picked up before Gonzalo Ramos does. I'm going to tell you that straight away. Otamendi, he is just a fighter. He's basically the Sergio Ramos, the Pepe of this team. He is just a guy that everything has to go through. In order to go ahead and score against Benfica, you have to get past him, and he's just such a beast. Grimaldo, El Capitan, actually, is he the captain? I can't think of it. I think he is. But Grimaldo is unbelievable. He's taking corners, he's taking free kicks, he's always in the attack. He's basically playing like Robertson, but at Benfica. And it's just incredible to watch what this guy has been capable of doing. I still remember when back in the day he was a talent in FIFA, but now he is really reaching his full potential. I would not be surprised if he's higher rated in the next FIFA. Going down to the bench, we have players like Guedes, who has now returned to Portugal, used to play for Wolves, now back at Benfica, which is great to see. Chiquinho is actually the player that plays alongside Florentino these days as the Enzo Fernandez replacement. This guy's only 26 years old. And then you have Draxler, who hasn't really worked out here. I don't think he's going to stay. Skelderup, unbelievable. This kid is such a big talent. I cannot tell you enough about him. I cannot wait to see what he can do at Benfica in the next season. This season, he might not get that many chances, but Benfica is known for letting players go for a lot of money, and he is going to be taking over a spot very soon, I reckon. Gilberto is all right. Morato is a big talent as well. He's probably the one to be the successor to the likes of Otamendi. They also have other players who are loaned out that are quite good. Nusa gets plenty of play time at Benfica as well. They have also brought in Tenkstedt, who has done incredibly well in the former club he was at. scoring tons of goals and becoming one of the more known young strikers within European football. So Tenkstedt is here as well, and I will loan him out to get the best out of him in the future. Right now, I don't think he has a spot in this team, and the same might go for Musa. We also have Morera right here. We have Verissimo, who's only 26 years old. We have Soares, the backup goalkeeper, who I will send out on loan to get the best out of him as well. But looking at this, I think you guys can see right here some, where is it? Is it status? There we go. So we have Gouveia, big talent. He's loaned out. Cruz, 65 rated. He's alright. Araujo, big talent. I think he joined Watford. Yes, he did. And he's actually getting playtime there. Then we have another Araujo, 69 rated. Paulo Bernardo got a little bit of playtime last season for Benfica. Seems like he has been loaned out as well. I didn't even know that. Joao Victor. Ooh, he's here. Yeah, that's the one that I wanted to talk about. Instead of Morato, he should have been the next big thing, but things didn't really work out for him. I wonder how he's doing at Nantes. Vukotic, not that impressive. Weigl was a big player for Benfica at times, but kind of went back to Germany. And then we have Meita here, who was actually a good talent in FIFA back in the day, and Seferovic, who's just trash. I mean, don't even think about it. But that is the team. I wanted to showcase you guys every single one of them and give my part of knowledge about them to you. Hopefully Benfica fans appreciate the fact that I actually really love their team, and hopefully one day I can go into their beautiful stadium. But today, it's all about us turning this team into a Champions League winning team without any transfers. I can confirm that Benfica in our first season got past Inter in the quarterfinals and then just barely lost against Liverpool in the semi-finals. Is that how it's gonna go in real life too? Benfica to the semi-finals to then lose it there? I don't know, but here's the league table. We have not been able to beat Sporting. Quite interesting. The team has gotten past Arsenal in, I believe it was the Europa League. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. Seeing us up against Sporting and Porto and Braga, those big teams in Portugal. I'm excited about that. But also, here's the squad, my friends. Gonzalo Ramos up to an 83. They actually called back Gonzalo Guedes. And since I loaned out so many players, I have been given some new players from EA themselves. So these are not transfers, so don't be surprised. I will never use these guys. So they just got put into the team because I didn't have enough players apparently. And as I was simming through the calendar, all that stuff happened. But yeah, let's focus on the team itself. Rafa looks solid. Neres up to an 82. Florentino 82. Arsnes up to an 80. I believe that's a +1. He's also only 27 actually. Joao Mario now is a 30-year-old on an 82 rating. Grimaldo looks great. Otamendi will have to be replaced, and I assume Verissimo could already take his place. We're going to take a look at other players in a second. Ba up to an 82. Vlachodimos, I believe, has remained at the same rating if I'm not mistaken. He was an 83 anyways, but I do want to see how some of our loaned players have done as well. So first of all, goals and goal contributions. Rafa 25 and 8, Gonzalo Ramos 21 and 1, Joao Mario 16 and 8, and Neres with the 10 and 4, and Chiquinho with the 8 and 16. I am extremely impressed here, so that's great. Tenkstedt, I loaned out to Braga because I wanted to see how he actually does. He's gotten 10 goal contributions. As a 70 rated player, I really do like that. And then ratings-wise, in terms of loaned out players, this is how stuff is looking after the first season. So Weigl is up to a 79, Joao Victor 76, Morato 76, Skelderup +5. Let's go. That's what I want to see. I loaned him out to Marseille. As soon as he is back, I need to renew his contract because as far as I know, he has a very low release clause, which is actually below his market value. So that's going to be dangerous. But yeah, all these guys are looking solid. Some of the youngsters that we have let go as well, they've grown, so they might become very important in the future, especially the goalkeepers as well. So guys, great first season. I'm actually halfway through the season right now, but I remembered I wanted to showcase you guys where I've sent the loanees out to. So Bernardo has gone to Leeds United. Neves, the midfield talent, who's actually getting plenty of playtime now, has gone out to Celtic. Soares is at Salzburg for 2 years. Gomez is out at Düsseldorf, obviously. Araujo has been sent out to Brentford just now this season. Tenkstedt is still on loan at Braga, which is good because we get to see his stats. Morera actually has become an exciting prospect through the loan situation. He's up to a 73. He's at the club that Skelderup was at, so I'm expecting the same type of growth from him. And Gouveia is away at Aston Villa. I also have once again sent out Araujo on loan. He's an exciting prospect now. He's on at Atalanta, which is huge. And Skellerup is at Inter. So, yeah, we have sent these guys out and they are doing bits. Just, you know, the main team is just too good right now. I am waiting until that moment where Joao Mario starts dropping. Then the time for players like Skellerup is coming. Is it Skellerup or is it Skellerup? I don't know. I might be getting it wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be sorry.
And now let's take a look at this season at the end of 2024. Still no transfers. And again, Champions League semi-final. Barcelona beaten in the quarters. PSG has beaten us here. In real life this season, PSG was not able to beat Benfica in 2 games. So yeah, that is unrealistic, EA. Get that out of the game. Anyways, we are looking at our team right here, and we are seeing an 87 rated Gonzalo Ramos. Rafa has gone up to an 86. He's 31 years old now, though. I actually have to think about who's going to replace him. I don't think anyone is going to replace him. What I'm going to possibly do is go to a 2-striker formation with one of the lads that is going to come back. So that might be the way. Joao Mario has gone up to an 85. He's 31. So Rafa and Joao Mario might drop in their rating at the same time. So Skellerup is going to take over the left-hand side. And then in that striking position, I think we're going to have Araujo. Neres looking very good. 84 rated. Still plenty of years ahead of him. Florentino up to an 85. Just 24 years old. Arsnes has gone up in his rating, which is good. Grimaldo 86. He's goated. And Verissimo did take over the starting 11 position. He's now 80 rated. But Joao Victor is coming for that place at some point. He is the younger version here. And Verissimo possibly might have to be pushed out of the starting 11. Silva, obviously ridiculous. 85 rated at this stage. I believe his potential is 88. And Ba is looking rock solid as a right back. While Vlachodimos has still gone up. He's 30 years old. Probably at least 2 good years in him. And yeah, the bench looks solid. A bunch of the players look very strong. And the performances, 29-2, 26-10, 17-8, 14-14, and Grimaldo, of course, gets involved into the attacks. But I also want to see the ratings. You know, let's start at the bottom. Neves, 72, Suarez, +2, Gomez, +3, Araujo, +2, Bernardo looks good, Tenkstedt looks good as well, Gouveia has done well with the growth, Morera, +3, and Araujo, 77. He's the main guy that's going to play alongside Gonzalo Ramos. Morato is going to come in and possibly be better than Joao Victor. And then Skellerup will definitely take over the position of Joao Mario at some point, man. This team that we are creating is amazing. And it finished in the, let's see, in the 2nd position again. 1 point behind Porto. Much better goal difference. But we're going to win the cup, right? Right? Right. Yes. 4-0. Joao Mario, Arsnes, Rafa, and then Joao Mario again. Great success this season. 2 times Champions League semi-finalist. One day we'll get there and win it. Once again, going into the new season, I have let go of a lot of the youngsters. You can see that some of them have gone to new teams, which is obviously going to be very beneficial. I have, though, gone ahead and changed Morera's position to a left wing because I do feel like once Joao Mario gets out of the team, I'm going to change the formation to have left wing, right wing instead of left midfield, right midfield. So the season is finished again and again in the Champions League. The month of April is where we just cannot get past it. We are just not there yet, and I do believe it's going to come when the youngsters come back from their loans and take over their positions. We have beaten Olympique Lyon around a 16, but the quarterfinals, Real Madrid, was too much to handle. I don't think it's going to last too long. I got to be honest, because this team is looking ridiculous. Ramos, 90. Rafa, 88. I honestly don't know how he's still growing. He's 32 years old. It seems like Joao Mario has stopped at least, but Rafa is just keeping on going. Florentino, 87 alongside Neres. Those two look incredible. And Arsnes has finally had a little bit more of a jump in his rating because players like Grimaldo have been growing ridiculously despite the age, and Arsnes is 29 as well, so I'm surprised. Verissimo, 81. Joao Victor on the bench, 81 as well, so he might finally be able to take over his position. Silva, 89, obviously alongside Ramos, the biggest talent in the team, and Ba, on that 85 alongside Vlachodimos with the 87. The bench again looking very solid. We are preparing ourselves for the future of Benfica. And when we do talk about the future of Benfica, look at them right here. We are building an academy of players away from our team. Moreira up to an 78. But look at this, Morato 79, Araujo 80. He is ready. And then we have Skjelderup 82. Yep, João Mario and Rafa. Next season might be your last one, I'm telling you. These guys are coming for your places. And again, second. Like, what do I have to do to get first place in Portugal? I do like the fact that it's this competitive, though. Gotta admit. In the new season, we have let go the youngsters once more, and I believe this might be the last loan for a couple of players. Neves, Araujo, Bernardo, Tengsted, Soares, Gomez, Gouveia, all these guys, including Moreira and, of course, Morato, who might just be very important for us down the line. And then also Araujo and Skjelderup are still out on loan. I'm expecting all these guys to grow. Some of them have had their potential increased, which is amazing to see. Benfica once again not capable of reaching the Champions League final by losing in the quarters against AC Milan. That is painful to see, but we have a cup final coming up against Porto, in which I obviously hope that we can win it. And I wonder, have we won the league title? Let's see. Have we finally done that? Because that's something we have not been able to achieve yet. Liga Portugal, Benfica finally has done it. 84 points, 42 on the goal difference. Porto second place. Let me give Porto another second place right here. Bang. Come on. 3-2, kicking off the bench. Yes. This is amazing. So 2 trophies for the team, and I feel like we are now prepared to take on the future of this club. Now the question is, how have the lads done in terms of growth? We are looking at a team that has an insane striker, Rafa, who has gone up to a 90. He's 33. João Mario has not gone down. Ness has gone up to an 89. Bas, Silva, all these guys looking great. João Victor possibly not that great. I have to admit, the centre-back position is not looking too good. He's only 27 though, so there's still room to grow along with the rest of the team. But what I want to know the most is the situation surrounding our youngsters who are out on loan, especially the higher rated ones. So Morato 81 still. That's not good. Hopefully by the next season he's going to be 82. Moreira looks solid, but Araujo 83, Skjelderup 84. I think it's time. I think it's time to bring these guys in. At least Rafa is 90 rated. Rafa is not going to be replaced by Araujo yet, but Skjelderup is coming in for João Mario. He can easily overtake him next season. So that's it. And the top performer is Gonzalo Ramos in terms of goals, João Mario in terms of goal contributions. The guy just doesn't give up. Okay, Atletico Madrid beaten Real Madrid. Oh, seems like we really enjoy the company of the Madrid teams to then step up against Liverpool. Honestly, guys, if it happened this season, it would genuinely be perfect. So I'm really hoping here it works out. Liverpool, 2-1 win. Come on, Benfica in the Champions League final. Oh, mate, honestly, I am so hoping that this happens in real life if Bayern Munich don't win it. Like, it would make me so happy to see this. Benfica is such an amazing club that just nurtures talent, has amazing scouts, finds them all over the world, brings them in, grows those players into world-class talents, and then sells them on for insane money. And while doing that, they still have an amazing team. Like, all the time, new talents come in. I'm fascinated by what they do and by what teams like them do. I like the Ajaxes of this world as well. So yeah, this is now our team. Ramos 93, Skjelderup. Look at that, guys. João Mario has dropped down to an 82 rating. Rafa is still surviving here. How does he have 98 pace? Bro, you're 34. That's insane. Neres on the right-hand side. Florentino at CDM. He's apparently the captain right now, which kind of feels wrong. I love Florentino, but I'm going to give it to Grimaldo. I guess João Mario was actually the captain before. Yeah, and I think I think I remember Grimaldo being the captain because João Mario once went off and maybe has given him the captaincy, or was it Otamendi? I don't know. Who cares, bro? Who cares about your memories, Johnny?
Not me.
The midfield, Osnes up to an 88, which is lovely. He's only 31, so that's great. He has peaked finally. Ba looks solid. João Victor has gone up to an 86. I was actually thinking that Morato would be the one, but nope, I was wrong. Araujo came back from his loan, looks incredible. Morera also looks like an amazing substitute option for us. You know what? I'm going to take Verissimo off as well and give Gouveia a chance on the bench. So yeah, that is the team. Tenkstedt has gone up to an 80 by now. All those loans were great. The two young goalkeepers coming through are extremely solid. Musa, I'm sorry, pal, but you have been replaced by Araujo on the bench. So that team has managed to get into the Champions League final, but as we did see, I think they have beaten our opponents in the cup again. Let me just double check. Paca Portuguesa. Yep. Porto, goodbye. Liga Portugal, Porto, Sporting, Braga, all of you. See ya. That thing belongs to Benfica. And the top scorer, I'm thinking it's a winger. Let's see. Vamos, 28-2, but top goal contributions are actually coming in from Skelderup. There we go. Neres, 19-9. Rafa, 17-13. 30 goal contributions as a 34-year-old. I told you, this team does not need transfers. Now has the chance to pick up the Champions League trophy against this team of PSG. Mbappe, Correa, Baldanzi, Guimaraes, Miretti, Goretzka, Akanji, Upamecano, Hakimi, Hassan, and Donnarumma. All right, Mbappe against Gonzalo Ramos. We are playing in Manchester United Stadium, it looks like. PSG versus Benfica. And it's interesting. We're going into the United Stadium in the red Benfica kit. So if there are any United fans in this stadium right now, they will probably support us just because of the color. Now, it is going to be quite tough. But the thing is, with Antonio Silva being at the rating he's at, I kind of feel comfortable thinking about the fact that we're up against Mbappe, but we have Skelderup. This guy is a huge talent. People are waving their arms, and the cross is whipped in straight away. PSG is not necessarily struggling, but they are aware of the situation. Rafa hits the post. Oh, that was beautiful. Florentino Luis, easy. That's mine. Osnes, Skelderup. PSG. Oh, they're looking shaky. Mbappe and his friends coming closer. It doesn't let me switch to Florentino Luis, and we nearly conceded because of it. Great. Mbappe ain't too happy. I'm happy. Cross whipped in. Easily mine. Florentino Luis just falling over himself. That was a handball, I reckon, but our defense is fighting for this. PSG now responding with their chances. I like this. It's a back and forth. Here we go. A little bit of space for Gonzalo Ramos. Inside. Rafa. Rafa! Dude, I don't know what the defender is doing. He's just watching me do the rainbow flick, and he doesn't attack it. He doesn't go for the ball. Rafa doesn't care. He might be old by now, but he's still capable of moving nicely and finishing. And we see it straight away. Benfica take the lead right here. Look at that. I think the defender should have done better. I don't know if he fell for it. It just looked like he reacted extremely slowly. Down the left to Grimaldo. And the lads, Skelderup. Grimaldo, that's a beauty of a ball. Look at this. Rafa, why is he shooting like that? And I do think I will be capable of winning this. Yes, I am. Mbappe gets it though. Straight back down the wings. Trying to protect ourselves from another cross. Vlachodimos. Well done. Might be able to get past us here if they pick the right ball to play through the defensive lines. And they have done so, I think. Mbappe. I cannot get close enough. Vlachodimos is capable of doing so still. Grimaldo. Osnes. Beautifully done. Rafa. He dives for it. I guess it's not enough. We get it back into Florentino. And there's Skelderup. Nope. Florentino. He's not necessarily known for doing madness in the attack, but this man is. It's Neres. It's Gonzalo Ramos in the end. Yes. Neres down the right. with the skill moves, the ability to pass it into the right man. And then I believe it was Rafa or Arsnes in the right position to find Gonzalo Ramos. This Benfica team, man, it is so freaking good. Like, it's amazing in real life, and it plays so well in this game right here. This team does not need any transfers. It just takes time. That's all it is. Antonio Silva against Mbappe again. Antonio gets the better of him. Mbappe completely open inside. And honestly, Vlachodimos, you remind me of Ederson. Ederson on FIFA 23 as a goalkeeper I cannot get past. And PSG is currently suffering the same disease with Vlachodimos. Antonio Silva, let's not get a red card. Yes. Yes, buddy. Go on, Arsnes. Back into him. Skelderup, having a bit of fun. Getting in behind defensive lines. Grimaldo's pass wasn't ideal, but we're still fine here. Beautiful. Gonzalo Ramos doing a madness. Yes. Oh my god, mate. I'm actually sick at this game. Honestly, I'm playing this on ultimate difficulty with the sliders and everything turned on. I'm just too sick. I'm ridiculous at this game. I love it. I mean, I can do it against the AI. Against a real person in like Ultimate Team or something, I'll just get destroyed. But honestly, right here, this is lovely. Neres smacks it top right. And I can prove it to you here once again. Like, I am playing on ridiculous settings. Look at this. Here we go. Over to the AI. Let's look at this. Shot error down to 22. Pass error down to 22. We have run frequency up. We have the first touch control down as well, which means they should be a much better team than just ultimate difficulty. I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta flex your abilities, and I am flexing them right now. There you go. My abilities. It's done. PSG could not beat Benfica this season in real life, and now they couldn't do it in the future. Benfica does not need transfers to lift the biggest trophy of them all. I would love to see this in real life, except if they have to play Bayern in the final. Grimaldo gets to lift this trophy. I wonder what's going to happen with him. He is linked to multiple teams, possibly leaving Benfica by the end of the year. I personally think he should stay forever and just become an absolute legend at this club, because they're going to be competing in Champions League football every season. If they keep going like this, selling players for huge amounts of money, and then going ahead and investing into youngsters, this team will be able to sustain themselves in the Champions League and be successful in there. I fully believe in it. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you all. Please subscribe if you haven't already for more content, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care and peace. Benfica have done it.